Kindergarten, welcome to another Wednesday with Mr. Henderson for computer class. And today we are going to look at an awesome site, a site that kids in my class have loved for the past few years while this site has been available, and I think you will too. Um, it is a site that has to do with some holidays coming up this time of year, and you're really going to like it, but we need a way to get to it. Now, the name of this site is Google's Santa Tracker. And I'll say a little bit about that name in a few minutes, but we could get there in a couple of ways. First, if you see the documents that I put on my teacher website, you could click on the links on those documents, or if you have a mom or dad or someone helping you. You could also type in and do a search. If I said Google Santa Tracker, that's another way to find that website and be able to get to it. To type in the exact address, Santa Tracker google.com if you know it, because sometimes we don't know the exact address, but if you did, that would be a way. Or that way that I have set up, where typically in computer class when kids come in, we use it a lot to get to different websites, and that's through Weymouth Portal. So if you know the school's website here, we've used it a bunch of times. We go down a little bit. On the left, there is Weymouth Portal, and we click on this little image right here, and it brings us to the website, where I have tons and tons of links and lists of those links, and they're separated into categories. Here we have computers and technology. I look down, and these are in alphabetical or ABC order. So Google Santa Tracker is going to be with the G's. And I want to start looking down for letter G's, right? Because here I have words that begin with letter G, I should say. Here we have some A's, some C's, some D's, some E's, some F's. And right in here, we have links that begin with letter G. Let's read them. First one says GIF Maker, then Google Earth Carmen Sandiego, then Google Quick Draw, and then the last one that begins with a G says Google Santa Tracker. And that is the one that we want. So, however you get to this website, whichever way works for you and is easy for you, that's where we want to go. That's what we want to click on. And I have this for you today because it definitely has to do with this time of year. I wanted you to be able to have a little bit of fun and do some interesting things. And this website has so many, it has a lot. Um, the website is a little, the one weird thing about it, at least when I first heard of it, is it's called Google Santa Tracker. And I know every year on my phone or on different devices, when I'm waiting to see on Christmas Eve where Santa is, where in the world he may be, how soon he's going to be there, I use different apps that have Santa trackers. Now, this website does have that, and we can see it in a minute, but it has tons of other things too. That's not all it is. So I'm actually going to turn my volume down first so that that sound isn't distracting. And let's look at what we have. First, we see this little Christmas village, and we see it here in this way. We're also going to see it in a couple of other ways, but there are elves all around doing different things. There's some silliness, things moving, things that are happening in the town. It also gives us a countdown at the top. Where do you see it's counting down? The days, the hours, the minutes, and the seconds until Christmas. And it usually gives us a little featured game, but wait till you see how much it has. One other detail about this website that is maybe just the tiniest bit strange is that it has this play button right here, right? And in most websites, I would say that's really the obvious thing you want to do to go ahead and start playing. But on this website, it's actually not. If you go ahead and click play, what it will do is sometimes give like a random story or animation or activity that it just jumps you into. What's actually way better is to use our mouse or trackpad or wheel and go down a little bit after we see the Santa Village to where we can see the things that we can actually start doing. Now here, these are like little animated storybooks. That's the first thing. If we keep going down, it gives us so many things to do. A snowbox, an elf maker, a Santa selfie as we go through these different levels of Santa's workshop. A code lab, like we were learning a bit about coding in Codable, and this has it in different ways where we can learn a little bit more about computer programming with that theme. A Santa search, a gumball tilt. That's one of my favorites. an elf jetpack, build and bolt, holiday traditions, present drop, and I could keep going. Now, some of these are going to be great for kindergarten, and some of them might be just a little bit tricky, right? But what you can do is you can try any of them out. And if they are at all difficult, if they're a little too hard in any way, if you don't get exactly what to do, you could always use your back button and go back and try another. So I'm just going to do one or two because it would be a little boring to sit here and watch me do them over and over and over. But what I'll show you is just one or two where first, let's try this gift slingshot, right? In this gift slingshot, I give it a click. And it has me as an elf over here on a sled on the side, and a slingshot with presents that I have to try to get on these boats that are passing by. So I need to use a combination of my up and down arrow keys and my space bar to try to fling those present boxes out onto the boats, right? And I got one on. I move it down a little bit. I tried to hold down that space bar a little harder, or sorry, a little longer, or a little shorter, and see what changes it makes. And that's a really fun thing to do, and see what kind of score you can get in the time that they give you, which I think is about 1 minute. Right, so this is really fun. And I'll just show you one or two others. I will tell you one of the favorites, and I have had so many kids in my classes that have done Santa, the Google Santa Tracker so many times. This is one I don't understand as much why kids like it, but probably the most popular one for a couple years in all my classes is the Santa Selfie Maker, where you can go ahead in and you can use these different tools at the bottom to shave a little bit of Santa's beard. Whoa! You can color Santa's beard a little bit. You can go ahead and spray a little bit of perfume on Santa. You can go ahead and use the hair dryer to blow Santa's beard around a little bit, get it nice and dried off after you painted it. And there's ways to also reset Santa's beard, to share the selfie that you make with other people. But for some reason, even though I don't quite agree, this has been one of the favorite things of kids that come into my class where they just love decorating Santa's beard, trimming his hair and beard, and doing a lot of other really cool stuff. So they like that a lot. But I'm going to go back and I'm going to see what's one other that kids really like. You're welcome to try any of these. Try all of these. And do you see how I'm using my back button to go back when I want to try something else? I have to show you my favorite one. This is probably my favorite one because it reminds me of playing like at an arcade or something. This one is called Gumball Tilt. It takes a little practice. It's not the easiest, but you use your left and right arrow keys and go ahead and tilt this centerpiece with the candy canes to try to roll the candy down into the funnel at the bottom. If I tilt left here, I can't go any farther because that candy cane's in the way. But if I go here, I can go down to the next one. This first level is very easy because you almost can't fall off. After this, it gets a little bit trickier, a little bit harder where you have to take your time, be a little patient. I believe in this level you can fall off. So watch. If I try to go too fast, oh, it didn't happen there. Let's see. Maybe I got lucky. I almost can't fall off in this one either. But in some of the levels, oh, there it goes. Now some started to fall off. I was going to say, up there they go. You can have them start to fall off, have to go a little slow, but you can tilt, take your time, go back and forth, and try to get those candies into that funnel. All right, kindergarten, so a little fun for today, a little something that has to do with our holiday season, and I really hope you like this website, Google Santa Tracker, and you try it out and try some different things and find out what your favorite is. I hope you guys have a great day. I don't know if maybe we're going to see a little bit of snow today and tomorrow. If we do, maybe we could pretend that we have a virtual snowball fight or do some virtual sledding. But I hope that you guys stay warm and safe and have a great day and week this week. All right? Take care, and I will see you next time.